Okay, here we are. Game 3 between PauL and shadowwada for the ESL North America Week 11. And we are on Langreskaya. Are you happy about this, Romeo?
Well, I don't mind one Langreskaya game, I guess. If it's the very last game of the tournament, I suppose I can survive. What do you think about what do you think is going to happen as far as commanders and builds this game? I noticed Paul's opening with a squad of conscripts. He's not just going straight into maxims. In fact, he went tier 1, so
Yeah, well, maybe we're going to see PauL's old style strategy where you get like 3 snipers with
and we might
armored
see
assault.
double M3s maybe.
3 snipers with double assault. I mean, he's got some unusual commanders. He's got armored assault, of course, but then he's got partisans and anti-infantry tactics.
That's one I haven't seen recently.
No, I haven't seen that forever.
I mean, the KV-8, of course, is great, but you pretty much have to win with the KV-8, otherwise you completely run out of steam.
Yeah, you kind of have to make like a big push and then drop the incendiary on his base and then roast everything in his base. Otherwise, you've got nothing in the late game, really.
Yeah.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
Well, I'm kind of surprised he hasn't already locked in armored assault for the radio interceptor, if I'm perfectly honest. But maybe he thinks he can get it done without resourcing to that. He's actually got all machine gun bulletins, but no maxims from him. Maybe he's trying to fake out shadowwada, make him think he's going for maxims, but actually he's going for snipers.
I think shadowwada is going to have Ostrup in this game, whether he goes Ostrup or mobile defense, either way. I think that double M3 strategy is kind of going to struggle a little bit to build up momentum against Osthair. So I'm not really sure. I'm kind of curious, honestly. Paul's not maximum spamming. He's gone tier 1. Do you think we might see penals? No, sniper.
No, yeah, he was floating up manpower. He got to 360. In comes the sniper. Well, yeah, this reminds me of the game from TPI 2, the finals between... No, it wasn't. It was TPI 1 between OMG Pop and PauL. Where PauL went 3 snipers against him on Angerville. And no, we're actually seeing anti-infantry tactics from PauL. Wow.
Wow, that's quite surprising, considering this decides the whole thing, and I mean, this is a money match.
Yeah.
I'm pretty surprised to see him just lock in anti-infantry tactics like that on this map of all maps where you don't really... I mean, the game usually runs long. I will be pretty surprised if Paul can actually seal the game early with a KV-8.
What's he doing here? He's building a scout car now. I mean, this is very late to be bringing out an M3.
Might work, though. shadowwada went with a mortar. A 3-minute mortar on this map. I mean, that seems a little early.
Yeah, well, maybe he was expecting the maximum spam. PauL, with a bulletin fake out.
Yeah. Just mind games a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Sniper reveals itself, so shadowwada knows he's tier 1 now.
The mortar will still be very handy at clearing these garrisons. At the very least. And may get some RNG hits on those Soviet snipers, because they've only got, what, 48 HP?
This could be a wipe on those grenadiers. Ooh, he took the wrong path a little bit, though.
So yeah, I mean, they can get wiped in one shot by the austere mortar if you get unlucky. They don't have that 82 HP. Sniper working on the mortar, forcing it back. In fact, that's just straight up retreating right there. Clown car on the fuel. Looks like it's going to take a Faust. No. And interesting to see that shadowwada put a lot of wire down that side. And I know PauL was infamous for putting down heaps of ghost sandbags over here or heaps of wire to try and manipulate the retreat path. So interesting to see shadowwada kind of trying to use PauL's tactics against him.
I think shadowwada was definitely expecting Maxim spam because, of course, barbed wire is great for stopping Maxims. They can't vault. And scout car just drove right over it, so it's... yeah, I think he might be caught a little bit off guard. Uh-oh, nice flank. I think it'll be okay, though.
He may drop one. Not even, though. Wow. Already got medics, though, for Paul, so that's no real drama. They'll be healed up very, very quickly.
That's an aggressive bunker. Building it on the center VP already, 5 minutes in.
Well, I suppose that's one thing snipers can't bleed, is a bunker. And in fact, I mean, he's really got no counter to this bunker at all. I mean, you know, he can't build resist unless he puts down his tech. Doesn't have a mortar.
He could go penal battalion, throw satchel at it, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have seen penals this game, but honestly, this may be a pretty good move from shadowwada. Very unconventional, but may actually work out for him. It'll be interesting to see how far it actually stretches. Not quite far enough to cover that whole cutoff point, but a decent amount.
I think in all likelihood, Paul's just going to have to force shadowwada from the center and then demo it.
When he pops smoke as well to cover the cap from the sniper. Nicely done by shadowwada. He's making some big plays here.
Yeah, he's being very aggressive, and on Langreskaya, that's unusual. And it's actually great against anti-infantry tactics, because anything you can do to prolong the game and stall and buy time is very valuable.
Sniper takes a pretty big mortar shot there. And wow, this is actually gonna work. At the same time though, Paul's set up some sandbags on shadowwada's fuel, so he's got that well under control. It's cut off at the moment, but he's working on getting that reconnected right now. So yeah, both of them pretty starved for fuel in the early game, but as you mentioned, maybe anti-infantry tactics will be suffering. Because you really need that fast light vehicle. I mean, he's already delayed his T-70 by quite a bit by going for the scout car. We'll have to see if it pays off. He's soaked a lot of fouls with that scout car though.
Yeah.
I suppose that is one bonus. Finally got his cutoff reconnected now. Conscripts force away those greens on the flank there. So Port's doing really good for fuel right now. I mean, he could put his tech structure down right now, and probably should. Especially with 2 combat engineers in his base, he could build that up in a split second. And we see actually Paul going for a Zis. Which looks like he's trying to counter the bunker with good old-fashioned Zis. Does mean he had to tech though.
Paul's no stranger to tier 1 and tier 2 play, though. He's probably, rather than going tier 3, he's just going to go straight to KV8s, would be my assumption.
Yeah, that was his classic build for a long time, eh? Tier 1, tier 2, and 2 IS-2s. But that was when there were 11 CPs rather than 13.
MG squad awaiting orders.
Flame squad here. Ooh, not focusing on the garrison. Whoops, that's a mistake. Down goes the scout car.
AT gun working on the bunker now. And it looks like Paul will finally be forced off the left side.
But there goes the bunker, so I'm trading blows there. No tech yet from Paul. He's at 180 fuel. Should probably get something going here. There's a sniper doing 9 kills. That's definitely not meeting your 1.5 kill a minute quota, is it?
The enemy has
Well, that's kind of for an Oster sniper. For a Soviet sniper, 1 kill a minute is actually not even that bad because you're killing grenadiers and it's got the slower fire rate. Soviet sniper in general, though, is just kind of not nearly as impressive. It's able to bleed manpower. It's not as hard to kill. I mean, it's got 2 men, but like us, Oster scout car gunning that thing down generally doesn't have much trouble wiping it.
No. In fact, Paul's going for a second sniper though. He's not going to be deterred. So he's got a pretty good mix of troops here. I mean, he's got conscripts, common engineers with flamethrowers, Maxim, snipers. He's got a pretty good mix here.
Sniper has arrived.
Oh, he's going to have to retreat though. Ben's providing the threat.
Enemy forces are securing
Making a
our
dive for the
territory.
fuel though, and putting up those sandbags on the fuel so strong, makes it so hard to unseat those cons from that
Yeah.
position.
If only he had a sniper, he could punish that so easily, but he's just refusing to get a sniper for this entire tournament for some reason.
Enemy is attempting to
Maybe
steal our sector.
he doesn't like his counter-sniping chances versus Paul. Well, we see Wada's actually rebuilt their bunker covering the
Under attack.
cutoff again, but AT gun's already putting the damage on it. It looks like it's going to go down.
The enemy has
Yep,
destroyed
3
one of our
shots all
forward
connect.
installations.
Down it goes.
Grenadier squad gets wiped on the left by the snipers who wasn't monitoring it.
I think maybe shadowwada is starting to suffer from fatigue here.
We have a new scout car.
Oh man, that mortar man! Wow, he's just wrecking the Zis. 10 kills so far. Maybe Wada needs to embrace the mortar spam and get a bit more of it going.
You better get that machine gun out of there. What is he waiting for?
Oh, it's dead.
Enemy has killed a machine gun crew.
Yep, that's just a bit sloppy there from Wada.
He's losing a lot. Scout car on the field forces the snipers to retreat though, so he has a brief respite.
Still, Wada's actually ahead on VPs at this stage. And this is Langreskaya. I mean, the game's drained off for so long.
Grenades now
And
available.
Paul, remember, has still got the anti-infantry tactics, and the fact that he hasn't got a VP lead at this stage, I mean, Wada could easily win this game still, despite losing 2 squads. Okay, Conscripts Ura for the AT grenade. And they lose this con squad though. Oh wow. The death chain. The one who's throwing the grenade dies, and the next one tries to throw the grenade, he dies, and the next one tries to throw the grenade and he dies. And no grenade was thrown.
We have a mortar
Not even
team
sure what he was trying to accomplish there. The scout car would have been fine either way.
Well, maybe he's just trying to keep his snipers safe with the damage engine. It's not like it can chase them down. But yeah, good pick up there for Wada, getting a kill in return. And he is embracing the mortar. Look at this. Second mortar.
I think against Maxim spam that has a much better chance of working than against sniper spam.
And look at this. Paul's actually going for a second Zis gun. So, I mean, this is going to play right into Wada's double mortar.
Out of contact.
This is very, very unusual.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
They're putting down a demo charge there on the VP. Oh, backfires. Mortar sets it off. Down go the combat engineers. Oopsie daisy.
The tank gun is ready for action. The enemy is taking what we have secured.
AT grenade onto the scout car. Where's this though? Oh man, mortar's connecting with the snipers. They're both low.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
Flamethrower forces that squad out of the house with very low HP, but it looks like they're going to be pretty much fine.
So yeah, I mean we're back to a pretty even game. I know Paul's got slightly more map control right now, but army size is very, very close for both players.
Paul's going to want to start floating manpower soon. He's probably going to try and get 2 KV-8s at the same time as soon as he hits 9 CPs, and then just charge, just go completely all in.
Yeah, it reminds me of the OCF days with Barton going double KV-8s. That was back before they had their damage on tick fixed. Wasn't it ticking like 4 times faster than it was supposed to back then?
I don't really remember. It had something to do with multipliers or something. I'm not really a stats person, but it was definitely just ridiculous.
Yeah. No, KV-8 is not going to play right into the mortar's hands. In fact, shadowwada doesn't even have a pack yet, doesn't have any form of AT, does have mobile defense, so he's probably going to be bringing in a few Pumas to try and counter that KV-8. No, he's going for a third mortar. Oh no, what is he doing? How does he think he can get away with this?
I mean, he surprised us once, to be fair. I hesitate to just count him out.
People asking why 2 AT guns from PauL. I mean, he's just got them there ready. Because once he gets his KV-8s out, they're going to be very useful at countering those Pumas. Getting mortar kind of covering both players here. A bit of a stalemate in the centre. So yeah, I think Wada's probably going to have to panic buy maybe even 2 Pumas to try and counter these KV-8s. And PauL is starting to float up now.
Got a pretty decent amount of fuel. I think the engagement might even come down to AT gun positioning from PauL. If he's able to move the AT guns up with his KV-8s in the midst of the battle, take out the Pumas that way, then shadowwada will be just defenseless.
Remember, the fair propaganda can actually force AT guns to retreat as well.
Right, but shadowwada doesn't have any AT guns.
Yeah, well, you know, if he did, and the time comes.
Speaking of propaganda artillery, forces away those Grens.
There you go.
Couldn't save the Maxim though. Mortar wipes the squad.
Yeah. Okay, so he's gone for the P4 command tank now. So he's actually quite low on manpower. And PauL's, I mean, he's so close to being able to call in KV-8s now. And he's going to be able to call in close to 2 of them, like immediately. Like one after the other. This could be a bit of a misplay by Wada.
Going command tank, yeah.
I mean, he had so much fuel, he probably could have ticked up and gone for a Stug or something, but of course he doesn't know what PauL is doing. He doesn't know if he's... Oh, I mean, now I suppose he does after seeing the fear propaganda, but I mean, up until this point...
KVD or something, but...
Yeah. He probably doesn't even know this commander, what's in it. Maybe, I mean, he thought PauL just put it in as a troll. Now he's using it. I mean, I probably wouldn't remember what's an anti-infantry, would you?
No, definitely not. I would remember the KV-8.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Yeah, me too. And also PauL has recon on this, so that's really useful at deciding where to attack. And he's got a lot of munitions spare, so I mean, he can spam all of these off maps. And still have some munitions in the bank.
That would make for a pretty impressive push, I think. Recon to figure out where to attack from, then fear propaganda to force the retreat from the most deadly unit you don't want to have to fight against, and then incendiary on any team weapons, and then just dive in there.
Yep. Okay, what is PauL doing? He's called him 1 KV-8.
And he's waiting for his second one, maybe? No, now he's on his way to the middle.
I was trying to get that cap on center. Here comes the Puma.
is attempting to steal our sector.
Panzerfaust hits the ground.
Yeah, I think it bounced off the KV-8's armor even, maybe.
I don't think so, because it still has 100% health. Does Panzerfaust not have deflection damage?
I don't know.
Either way, it didn't do anything.
Yeah. Yep, ultimately it doesn't matter how it happened. KV-8 burning. Forcing a lot of retreats here, and WADA just doesn't have enough. Here comes the incendiary on their Vet 3 mortar.
Just poking a little bit, not committing too deep. Second KV-8 just got fielded.
Yep. I imagine WADA's probably saving manpower for another Puma. But he could get
AT guns are going to move up to support.
He could get overrun here very easily.
Getting some nice shots off at long range on that command tank.
Yeah, I think Paul really needs to use his recon plane right here. I mean, this would be the time to do it.
Here he comes.
Yep. Oh, look at this. Huge push. It's roasting everything. This gun's taking care of the vehicles. No, he switches to the 45mm to try and finish them off.
They haven't even taken damage yet. Everything is missing and bouncing, even on the rear armor.
Oh my god. Scout car is going to go down here. Oh no, main gun destroyed. 45mm guns though, not doing too good against that command tank. Now he's exposed his rear armor to this Puma. This is a fresh Puma in fact. KV-8 could go down here.
And the AT guns just got cleared by mortar fire. The other one's not quite in range to support.
Paul retreats to the safety of his other AT gun, but here come the Pumas. Bounce. Oh, and he runs
Nice
over a Talamine.
Ooh, nice mine.
Is WADA gonna chase him? He's in a tough spot, but he could pick up that heavily wounded, or either of these KV-8s really.
I think he could have killed both. I can't believe he didn't dive that.
Yeah. Puma's pretty expendable. And here come the cons for support. So now the window's kind of closed on that. AT grenades would shut the door.
That is such a shame. I can't believe he didn't chase those. I think they would both be dead right now if he had just committed. He did steal assist though, so that's helpful.
Is that helpful with these two KV-8s though? I mean, it's just going to get roasted down in a second. Oh.
Even if it just gets a couple shots off, it could make a pretty big difference.
There goes the fair propaganda, forcing back that mortar. But that's the last of Paul's munitions reserves now, so he doesn't have anything left in the tank. He's been getting some good VP drain though, because WADA was, I mean, he was about 100 VPs ahead, but now Paul is ahead.
Supply sector under attack.
I can't believe, I thought that 222 went down there, but I swear it survived 2 resist gun shots. Somehow just limped away with main gun destroyed.
The enemy is gaining a foothold. We are down to 300 points.
Looks like Paul lost one of his snipers during all that as well. It's bad news for Paul. And this is where anti-infantry tactics can run out of steam, you know. He doesn't have anything left to rely on. Can of course tech up, but hasn't.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Okay, Romeo, you muted again, I think?
The sector has been cut off.
Sorry.
I was like, you haven't seen anything for a while, and then I saw your webcam and you were talking, I was like, uh-oh.
We are
Okay, Wada putting up a bunker, trying to cover that left-hand VP. Nicely done. He's been pretty diligent with his bunker usage today.
The bunker has been approved with an MG42.
Okay, Paul is readying the forces. He's got 2 Zis guns here, 2 KV8s. He's ready for a push. Needs some cons for support though. They're on the other flank. Here they come, straight up the center. KV8s. Burning. Takes a Faust though. Oh, he's getting beat on here by that stolen Zis. In comes the incendiary artillery.
I think his good RNG ran out a little bit. Well, no, his frontal armor's holding up pretty well now.
Ooh, that mortar just dances away on extremely low health. P4 command tank though, chasing the sniper. Ooh,
The enemy has driven away
misses
in
that
our
shot.
lines.
But yeah, I mean, Paul's KV8 now is going to be out of commission for a really long time. Nice to
Didn't
get-
lose it though. He wasn't forced to spend fuel or manpower on a replacement. He's just reinforcing, and oh, there goes tier 3. So I think we might see him going to tier 4 next. Maybe for some indirect fire, maybe an SU-85.
Yeah, that, can't underestimate that KV8's armor. Very, very strong. Against the Puma at the very least, and the command tank. I mean, these are not exactly the most formidable units in terms of penetration. Yep, as people are mentioning in chat, I mean, his manpower pool extremely low. I mean, he's having a lot of trouble just reinforcing his squads here. He's been draining quite a bit from these conscripts. But he does have the sniper, and this is, I think, the General's Gentleman we're talking about. Sniper on this map. The Red Wings game earlier.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
How are these triple mortars doing? 2 kills, 5 kills, 22 kills.
The bunker is now a field hospital.
And that's not nearly what they were accomplishing against Von Ivan's Maxim spam, but it's I guess it's respectable. I don't think that Paul's build is nearly as susceptible to it though.
No, I mean, his only stationary thing at the moment is this guns. But I mean, yeah, once it gets Vet 3, man, that mortar is so scary. KV8's just about both up to full health again. And Wada's, I mean, he's pretty much at pop cap himself. Hasn't started to tech yet though. I imagine he's going to try save up a bit of reserves just in case he has to call in an extra Puma to try and deal with these KV8s. Because Paul has teched to tier 3. Hasn't built anything from it yet.
Kind of expecting tier 4, but maybe he's just hurting for manpower a little bit too much. I think he got a new AT gun recently, so taking a while.
But this is Langreskaya. It's not like there's any rush.
Both still got over half their VPs left, so
Yeah.
no hurry.
Our opponents are seizing
What
the
is
sector.
shadowwada's sight range looking like? It's pretty good.
Target this fight.
Oh, those conscripts. Ooh,
We are losing a sector.
close call.
We've been spotted.
Doubles this, connect with the P4, forcing it away. But shadowwada holds strong on the central VP.
Enemy forces are securing our territory. Our lines of supply are disrupted.
And once again, shadowwada is kind of just camping out here. He's got a slight edge in map control and he's just sitting on it.
I really think if you ever are against shadowwada, you should just pick the strongest late game commander you can, and even if you kind of fall behind early on, you can just build up a huge army later and overwhelm him if he gets a little too passive.
Oh man, that mortar almost taking out the sniper. He's just raining it down there. KV8's both back up to full. I feel like Paul needs to use this recon. Hasn't used it any time, and it's so useful. Here they come down the flank. Gonna find this green squad.
I almost wonder if he's going to base rush with these. No.
No, KV8's not doing that much damage to buildings anymore. What we baited the Pumas for though. Only once this shot connects. Now the KV8's out of commission, and now the mortar's actually raining down on the double this. So I mean, it seems like shadowwada is just inching his way forwards, piece by piece, with the mortars as his backbone. I'm actually seeing
Finally,
Paul...
tier 4 is up, and there's the Katyusha in production.
Yeah, I think. I mean, thankfully, something is going to try and break up this deadlock. See, shadowwada has actually spread his team weapons out very, very wide. So it's not like there's a big cluster of 3 mortars right next to each other for that caddy to fire on.
Yeah, it's gonna have a lot of work to do.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Okay, here comes some incendiary artillery on the Zis. Does a little bit of damage. Oh, those cons taking heavy fire from the mortar though. Caddy coming in on the mortar and the Zis now that it's relocated. Oh, and he clears the Zis.
We have casualties.
Oh, and he gets the mortar as well. Wow, nice scatter.
Grenadiers forced off in the middle, but Paul just can't get that center VP under his control with 3 mortars bombarding it. There's no way to stand in the capture circle without getting blown up. Here come the KV8s.
Rear armor exposed on one of them. Where does this gun? This gun's doing a bit of a pirouette here. Got smoke popping.
Not let up.
KV8s take heavy
Real
damage.
close calls on those retreats.
Yeah. Command tank also takes heavy damage, but also safe. And one of the Zis guns actually got cleared by the LMG green from the side, but that's also going down very quick to the sniper. Did anything die in that engagement? Apart from the Zis, not really.
Yeah, I don't think so. Just a little bit of team weapons being recruited here and there, but nothing huge, nothing decisive. They're both at a perfect 80 pop cap almost.
Yeah, Wada, as some people are mentioning, he's got about 300 fuel in the bank. He still hasn't tech though.
Which is just strange because against anti-infantry tactics, as soon as you get a Panther on the field, you just dominate.
Yeah, that would probably just about do it. If you got a Panther right now, he could probably rule the roost. Here comes the caddy, he's getting into closer range. For more concentrated barrage. Easy firing it. He's firing it on the mortar. Perhaps going to get these greens as they retreat as well. Ooh!
The mortar team has been killed.
So he's been getting some good hits with his caddy, and he has been moving up
Yeah.
to closer range, which is very important.
He's picked like a really good location and gotten good RNG. And it's already in 2 barrages up to 9 kills, so that's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's pretty good for the Katyusha. And the sniper's so good now, there's so many craters. Ooh, but just as I say that, takes a mortar shell, down goes one model. But you can just camouflage everywhere he's at, or she's at. Rather. flaming drive-by there.
In our lines. We have lost a Granatwerfer squad.
shadowwada's in disarray here. I mean, looks like Paul's going to steal one of these mortars. These Zis guns doing some tremendous damage. Puma's getting a little bit bold. Looks like they want to kill the KV-8s. Here they come in from the side trying to flank these Zis guns. One KV-8's in trouble. Pop smoke, a lot of smoke rather. Down.
Squad of Grenadiers wiped over there on the left.
Oh, P4 command tank goes down.
We have a new Panzer IV.
He calls
Instantly
him.
replaces it.
Yeah, instantly. Guess that's one benefit of banking up so much. And one of the Zis guns actually gets decrewed.
Yeah, and a rifle grenade kills the Maxim there in the middle. A lot of team weapons going down. Paul's having a lot of trouble keeping them up.
Yeah.
Here comes a Katyusha barrage, though.
It's one grenadier. And that is one bonus of going for that P4 command tank. That health buff to infantry makes them much less susceptible to rocket artillery. Looks like this is going to be destroyed by the Puma. Maybe. There we go, finally. Here comes the scout car on the sniper. Misses its first burst though.
That scout car has actually got that 3 and 14 kills. It's been able to keep that thing alive and useful for a long time.
Yeah, got super lucky in that engagement earlier. I think Paul's maybe coming slightly worse off after that last engagement. Take a look at PopCap, we see he's down at 74, shadowwada's at 85.
It's kind of hard to tell where this game is going. I mean, I think shadowwada has a stronger late game in theory if he ever actually purchases tier 4. But if not, then who knows what might happen.
I know. This is one of the unusual ones. A lot of people in the chat are calling for SU-85s. And I can understand that. They would rip into those Pumas. Okay, here it comes. Building the SU-85. Wow. Here we go. Katyusha's ready to fire, but it's dancing around in the base at the moment. KV-8's both back up to full. He's got the SU-85, so Paul's just about ready to make another push. Just needs to reinforce these conscript squads. It's the calm before the storm. Here we go. KV-8's moving to the right flank. SU-85 looks like it wants to line up some shots straight down the center. And this is where Paul should use the recon plane. I mean, I keep saying it, but it's no less true than it was back then. It's much
If
better
not
than,
more so.
yeah, I mean, much better than going in blind. There we go. Pack opens up, so is the Puma, and he's got Vet 1 on these Pumas now, so he can use that target weak point.
I think he's having some traffic jam issues. He's like struggling to have a snappy response on his vehicles because they all just keep clumping into each other.
Yeah. Paul's doing a pretty good job in terms of sight with this sniper. So handy to have a sniper at this stage.
SU-85 reveals itself, gets a big hit on the scout car.
Not yet on focus sight though, so Can't quite see into the future. Or see forwards for 60 range, either one. Okay, where's this caddy? I feel like this thing needs to do something. Here it comes. It's getting up close. But shadowwada's team is still quite spread out. Here comes the incendiary artillery on the stolen Zis and the mortar. Here comes the caddy as well.
Not sure what that was aimed at.
No. Oh, when the mortar gets cleared.
I think that gave Paul the opening he needed to capture the center VP at least.
Yeah. What? How's that sniper doing? 40 kills, 40 minutes. So it's doing the 1 minute, 1 kill a minute trick. Oh man, Paul was so close to that Telemine with his SU-85. And where's the sweeper squad? Okay, it's far on the right, so that could have been a disaster right there for Paul.
Yeah. I don't think he suspects there being a Telemine that close to his half of the map.
No. Here comes the KV-8s. Ooh, this could be nasty with that Telemine there. Here comes the sweepers though, just in the nick of time. Is he going to spot it? Yes, he does. Wow, that was close.
He always leads the charge with this minesweeper. He's so good about doing that.
Ooh, now KV-8 traffic jam. They're kind of doing pirouette here.
Target weak point keeps him stunned. SU-85
going down
moving
fast.
up to protect though.
Man, this SU-85 just ripping these Pumas to shreds.
He lost vision on the Telemine. I think he might have forgotten it's there. He's so close to it.
Is that another incendiary on the Storm Zis? It's going to survive on just a tiny fraction of health though. And shadowwada is holding strong on the central VP. I mean, Paul is now behind on VPs, down to just 210. And he's just not making any headway with these pushes. Hasn't picked up these Pumas despite them getting one shot from death multiple times.
I almost wonder if he just needs just maybe one more SU-85, just like a little bit more long-range punch to just kind of finally start chipping away at stuff.
Yeah, and he lost a sniper actually. I missed that, but sniper is dead. Oh no, that's a big blow. Oh, and the Maxim dies as well. Oh no, Paul is he's in rough shape right now. He's got Vet 1 on his caddy. I suppose he could use the creeping barrage. Don't think I've seen anybody use that for a long time. Used to be a lot more accurate, but then they kind of nerfed its accuracy, so since that time I don't think I've seen it used even once in a competitive match. And this is what we come to love from Langreskaya, just everybody sitting on their hands waiting for something to happen.
I mean, shadowwada has 500 fuel banked though. He could easily have gone tier 4 by now.
He's actually putting a munitions cache down.
That's interesting.
Still hasn't ticked. And Paul's going for a second caddy. So we were thinking SU-85, but he's thinking caddy.
Might be a good idea. I don't see why not.
So he's making some plays down the left. Needs to bring a sweeper up though. So there's a Telemine in that gap between those two garrisons. Here comes the Puma patrol.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Okay, here we go. We've got two caddies. Looks like they're lining up a shot. Here it comes. Where is it targeted? It's targeted on the mortar and the machine gun. It's not doing much to either.
Conscripts was pressed immediately.
S-35 failing to connect. And he's got to be careful, there's still that tower line sitting in front of him. This is this gun for support. No, it's backing away. And yeah, just inch by inch, Paul's losing control of this game.
Looked like he was going to make some kind of a huge push, put all of his vehicles there up north, but now he's dialing back towards the center, trying to regain control of his own territory. shadowwada moving his AT guns up there into the middle across the central road. Incendiary coming down on them now.
Here we go. Is this going to be it? Is this going to be the push from Paul? He's got two KVAs coming from the side. No. Okay, looks like that KVA's going to go down here. Target weak point. Oh, but he blocks with the other one. Bounce.
Wow.
Okay, is this the time which shadowwada's going to chase? He's going to get aggressive. Here he goes. Gets one of them. SU-85 misses its shot. Misses again. Okay, could go down.
Exposed.
Out of sight range. He misses again. This SU-85 cannot hit to save its life, and I think that may be it from Paul. I mean, he's just been whittled away piece by piece. He lost his Zis gun there and one of the KV-8s.
And that seems like it pretty much affirms what we thought was going to happen with anti-infantry tactics. I think this could have happened a lot sooner if shadowwada had teched. I don't know why it didn't, but either way, anti-infantry tactics just has no late game.
Well, that was a nasty double Katyusha barrage. Wipes that Korean from the face of the earth. Oh, and demo charge wipes something else. Yes, people in chat are being rather mean about the accuracy of the SU-85, and I can't blame them. I mean, just missed 3 shots in a row, and that wasn't even long range shots. Those were pretty close.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Looks like shadowwada going for a triple cap. Oh man, P4 command tank ripping into these cons. SU-85 once again failing to hit. Here we go, finally gets a hit. A bit reckless to chase though, because here come the Pumas. And they will have no trouble dispatching with SU-85 thanks to target weak point, and of course it being at about half health. Oh, there we go, target weak point from the pack from the side. Oh, that's a dead SU-85 for sure. There we go.
Yeah.
I think that's the nail in the coffin. Paul. Just demonstrating how powerful target weak point really is.
That Katyusha barrage is too little too late. Puma's diving into the base.
Oops. Yep, there we go. Both caddies down. Paul's army now at 27, and he surrenders. Well, that was an unconventional final match on Langreskaya, also a very long one. So that makes shadowwada 2-time ESL weekly champion.
Yeah, well played by shadowwada. managing to beat Paul in the finals is not necessarily easy, even when Paul is playing in an experimental fashion. I think he's trying some new things.